guys, welcome to my video. This is my cousin Omar. Do you want to give them some background on why we're so close?
We basically went to school together pretty much all our lives except for college. So, yeah.
We grew up together basically.
Pretty much.
Alright, so today's first topic for Cousin Chat, we're going to be talking about friendship. So friendship is something that's really important to Omar and I. Like, we've been through a lot of different friendships. Omar is like one of the only friends that I've kept from like 4th grade?
Yeah, pretty much. From
4th grade to, I'm going to be 21 next week or the week after, but yeah, so we've had a lot of best friends since then, a lot of bros and sis, and so I just want to talk about because we share a similar story to friendship. So yeah, let's get into it. What makes you want to be friends with somebody?
Wow, that's a question that caught me off guard.
Well, let me help. So like, what makes you think, okay, yeah, like that's my friend? Like, what makes you consider someone a friend?
Depending on how close we are, like what we have in common, like is basketball is what we like to talk about, or music, or it don't have to be that. It could be necessarily anything. It's just
like you can bond over different stuff.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. Like, how long does it take you to make friends?
Not that long. You know, it's just the fact of knowing, like, just knowing how that person moves. Like, you gotta understand the person's movements, their behaviors, their body language. You gotta understand that, because if you don't understand that, it's like, it's not gonna line up with what you're looking for as a friend.
And so, like, upon like meeting people, or like when you do meet people, do you like sense their vibe? Like, do you feel them out like on a trial friendship basis, and be like, okay, we're gonna have this one outing, and then like see how it goes? Or like, well, like, what do you do? Like, because I know for me, like, for example, like with a few of my friends that you know, I wasn't too fond of them at first, because like that's the vibe that I picked up, and then after that I just kind of like was like, okay, we're gonna give this a trial run. So am I the one that does it? Am I the only one that does it? Like, keep it on like a trial basis? Or
nah, with me, it's just if we hang out a lot, like if I see you in school, you know, we talk, we just kick it, we just chill as friends, you know.
Yeah.
Like I could just sit down next to you, we chill,
and just
talk, nothing crazy. Cause me, I'm like, when I'm around certain people, I could be quiet, like I could be a real quiet person, but when I'm around certain people, I'm very loud. So
very
loud,
just like a little bit.
No, very.
So like, when you do, like, how hard do you go for your friends? Like, when you have a friendship and you're like, okay, like that's my bro, like, do you feel like, okay, like I got your back no matter what? No matter what. I know how to say matter. But like, how do you determine like that's someone that you're gonna go hard for? How do you know when to go hard for a friend? Like, how do you know like this friend is like, yeah, like that's my friend, like we're ride or die?
After a few moments, like
really
a few, like with me, it takes years to really be around me. It takes a lot of time.
Right.
So it's like, it depends on the time frame of us being friends.
Do you prefer to have like 2 friends, or do you prefer to have like 16 friends? Like, do you like to keep your circle real small, or do you like to have like a different size circle?
Honestly, I always had a small circle around me. I never really had like 16 friends. Plus, we went to schools that was fairly small.
That's true.
So we really didn't have a bunch of friends. It was like maybe 400 of us in one school on one floor. You know what I'm saying? So it's
that's
like,
really not a lot.
And that's not a lot. So it's like, I really didn't have too many friends. I just knew a lot of people because I played sports, or I knew a lot of people because they see me around, or I just know people by face. I just don't know them by name. So it was just like,
you just have friends.
I just had few people. I only had like maybe 10.
Do you
10
think you're
people
friendly?
Yeah.
What's important to you in a friendship?
Being able to be loyal to your friend. There's like, loyalty is like nowadays. I don't think loyalty is like the basis of friendship, because I feel like people, they just do a lot of scandalous things. They ask you to do stuff, and then you be willing to do it, you know. But if you need the same energy in return, are they really gonna do it? That's always been my thing about friendship, and I noticed that a lot through my friendships. Like I would ask people, "Yo, can you help me?" And they'd be like, "No, no," but they'd turn around and ask me for something. But like, if I really need your help, I'm gonna ask you if I like that. I need your help. I need, like, it's genuine.
Yeah.
And if I feel like if as friends, you should want to help your friend. You should want to be able to, even if you don't have the talent to help your friend, you should try your best to
help any way that you can.
You know.
Okay, so where do you decide to draw a line in a friendship?
Just if you just being disrespectful and not showing me the same respect that I show you, or just just pretty much not giving me the same respect that I give you, or vice versa.
Right. I don't know, I kind of feel differently. How I always say it is, like, I'll carry my friends through thick and thin, right? Mm-hmm. But like the minute like you stop doing, like, you know, like, and I don't mean carry you, but like, you know how like you always come to me with new ideas, and you're all like, and you still like, even though like you hit a rut, like you still have that, you know what I mean? Like you still have like that creative mindset. You still have like the drive to just do stuff, and like for me, like that's what's important. And then like when you no longer have that, and like you give me your butt to kiss, I start to feel away. You evolve a lot more differently than I do. Yeah. But like somehow through like our evolving, we meet in the middle. Mm-hmm. And like that's just, for me, like that's important. Like you're my most valuable friendship, and like that's important to me. So like when we can no longer have conversations like that, and the conversations become repetitive and pointless, mm-hmm. I think that I get over it.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like when I was trying to create a name for my company, I was coming up with some terrible names. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Every name I came up with, it was either garbage, and I would always run it past Kenyatta to see what she thought of it. And then I was just like and I like the fact that she kept it 100 with me about.
Sometimes I feel like I'm being too mean to you. Like when I tell you, like, yo,
honestly, I'd rather you be straight up with me than have me out here looking stupid. Like I'd rather that
honesty.
I'd rather that honesty than have me looking out here all stupid. That sentence came out totally wrong, but keep it, because I'm gonna take Drake in here.
So, what's one friendship that you lost that hurt you the most?
Alright, so
this is no shade, like this is just an honest conversation about like what friendships hurt the most. So I mean, if people find offense to that, then I mean, like, let's do that.
So in middle school, I had a best friend. Like me and her was really close. Like we was really, really close. You know exactly.
Wow, I forgot about that.
So like we was really close, but like it was at one point in my life where like I was leaning on the idea. Like my mindset was like, I don't really care about what people think. And I still have that mindset, but at that point it was leading down a bad road of not caring about what other people think.
Yeah.
So so she kind of hit me up, and she was like, "Oh, hey, what you doing later?" I was like, "I'm about to just go home after school, you know, do my homework, whatever." She was like, "Alright, I'm gonna hit you up on AIM," because back then AIM was popular. Everybody was on AIM. I feel like honestly, I don't even remember how this conversation went, but I'm gonna try to remember it as much as I can.
Just paraphrase the best you can.
So she was like, "I feel like you're moving different. I feel like you acting a certain way. You moving in a weird direction." And I'm just like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, your attitude is, I don't care. It was something along those lines, and I got upset. And then like she was like, I just don't. I don't want to talk to you no more. I was like, whatever. I didn't care. At the moment, I didn't care.
But you care now.
But yeah, so it was like a good month or two. Like me and her did not speak at all. And like the first 2 weeks, I was like, yeah, you know, I don't care. This, that, and the fourth. Like my attitude was like, oh, I don't care.
Whatever.
It's whatever. Things happen. Life goes on. Then I realized how much she impacted my life. So much, it was just like, wow, like,
Wow.
I really lost a good friend, and it messed with me because like I never want her to feel that way. And honestly, as a friend, I don't want my friends to feel no type of way towards me as a person, and that's why I stress so hard, like, to try to correct certain situations at that moment before it spills over and be a big thing.
Because you learned from that.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Like, somehow, like, we ended up talking. Like, she saw me by myself in the hallway, but like she saw me by myself, and I, like, at the time we couldn't even have our phones in the school, but I had my hoodie on and I was listening to music, and she saw me, and like I saw her, but I ignored it, and then it's like she just said something to me, and like I was like, oh snap, she talking to me? This is like the first time in 2 months, like, she really said something to me? So, I mean, from that point on, that what made our friendship stronger. And
coming together at the end and being able, were you guys able to have an open discussion?
Yeah, like we spoke about it, you know, and like after that school year, I brought it up to her, and she really didn't remember it. Like, I was just like, you didn't
because it seemed so big at the time.
Yeah, like, I'm like, I still remember it like it was yesterday, but she still don't remember it, and to me that's kind of crazy.
That's weird.
Yeah, but this was like way before high school. Okay. But like when we transitioned into high school, my mom told me, you know, a lot of people
aren't gonna be the same.
It's not gonna be the same. Y'all gonna stop talking to each other less. Y'all gonna stop seeing each other less. Some gonna be in jail. Some gonna be dead. Some gonna be, you know.
I mean, that's just the reality of it.
It's just the reality of it all.
Like we were all really close because we hung out with each other.
Yeah. 5
days a week. But then when we
sometimes maybe during the weekends, maybe.
Yeah. Well, me and you saw each other.
Yeah.
During the week, on the weekends, and then again the next week.
When I forget my homework, I always used to, cause I used to go to church down the block from my house, so I used to come here, ask for the notes or ask for anything so I could study and do my homework.
Forgot the homework.
I used to forget. That's why I used to forget. Yes, I'm human. I forget.
Okay.
But then, like, as we transitioned into high school, you know,
friendships altered.
It all altered. So at that point in time, I had to, like, it wasn't the fact that I had to change people. I didn't want to.
You just kind of do.
I had to.
Like, you grew up.
Yeah.
You grew up, and that's what people tend to forget in friendships. I feel like people forget that, like, even though we are friends, we're still on our own personal journeys.
Yeah.
And so, like, different things, like, change us in a way that, like, wouldn't change the person that you're friends with.
Yeah.
Kudos to her, though, because that growth is bomb. Like, anytime I see someone that I know from, like, little to now, like, and they've, like, evolved to be better people, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Okay? Yeah.
Seal of approval.
Yeah, whatever.
Seal of approval, baby. Also, dealing with relationships and friends, that don't mix.
At all.
That don't mix.
That's how I lost my closest friend.
I got another story.
I have a story.
Tell your story first.
Okay. And so apparently, like, his girlfriend didn't like that me and him talked all the time. It was never on any weird stuff. It was just always like.
I kind of remember that.
I remember that fallout because that was like one of the worst, like, losses of friendship, and we never talked it out after that.
We gonna continue this chat out on the camera.
Yeah. So like, his girlfriend had called me, and she was like, "Why are you calling my man?" And like, are we following along now?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So like, they were older than me and whatever. So I was just like, I don't even know what that even means. Like, you know how, like, I was sheltered growing up, so I was like, what? Like, why is he your man? Like, I thought he was just like a person in general. Like, I wasn't following him. Like, she like cursed my dumb ass out. And
I don't know why she's laughing about it, but okay.
It's funny now because it seems so big to me. At the time, it was so big to me that like I've known him since I was in kindergarten. We used to do and it was cool because it's like, okay, we got to do stuff together as friends after school because our siblings, because my cousins were like, my sister was dating, you know, so it was cool, like we got to do stuff. But then like that seems so drastic to me, so of course like I told my mom. I was like, yo, this bitch cussed me out. So my mom called his mom and was like, what's the problem, sis? And so like his girlfriend called me later and was like, or no, he called me later and was like, yo, I'm sorry. And I was like, I'm done with it. And like that was like the last time we spoke. And it's weird now because it seemed like such a big deal that I lost like this valuable friendship. But now I can't even remember why the friendship was valuable to me.
And that's dangerous.
Yeah. Because it's like, I cared so much about that friendship in 7th grade. And now it's like, I couldn't even see it progressing into me being who I am now. And of course, like, you know, like we're cool now, I guess, you know, like, like a picture or two on the internet, like comment a thing or two on the internet. But, and I think that's what's scary for me, that like friends will be in the center of my universe and then suddenly they're not, and I'm totally fine with it and I'm cool with moving on.
Yeah.
That's scary to me that I can do stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. I can't believe you don't remember that.
I do.
That's like me and Shane. We were just looking at the phone like, and that's when I had my little slide kick flip. So we were looking at the phone crazy like, Harpo, who this one is? I didn't even know, like, he had been gone since Wednesday. Friday he had a girlfriend and she was tight about it. I was like, what?
That was crazy. Yeah. Alright, so he would date the girl, like I date a girl. He'd date the same girl. I was like, what is this? And I date another girl. He'd date the same girl. I was just like, yo, what are you doing? And like me, like as a young kid, you don't think nothing of it. But as you get older, that do matter, because
it's weird.
It's weird. Like you dated that girl. You and that girl had a connection, and your friend comes and try to date her or do other things with her. Like, come on, bro.
Or doesn't try, does.
Yeah, like it's that's to me that, like they say, people. I don't like the term bro code. I just like I rather say code. That's like breaking the code. Like you can't. It's really important. So like one example. This is a great example. One of my closest bros still to this day. We worked in the same, like at this point in our lives, we worked at the same movie theater. So he knew I liked this girl. He knew I liked her, but I knew in my mind, I knew I wasn't gonna get nowhere with her. Like she saw me as a friend, and I was cool with that. I didn't press on. Like I'm not one of those guys. Like if a girl say no, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be persistent and keep chasing you. You say no, I'll be like, all right, that's cool. That's what's up. I respect you. Move on and just be your friend. Like that's. I'd rather be your friend than throw away our friendship over something stupid like that.
Right.
So he was like, yo, bro, you know I like her, this, that, and the fourth. And he asked me with respect. Like he said, yo, I know you liked her. I know that
he's such a good person.
I know that you wanted to pursue her. I was like, bro, honestly, I don't care, because one, I knew I wasn't gonna have the chance with the girl in the first place. So it was just like, yo, that's all you.
Yourself short.
That's all you, bro. That's all you. But now, if I was dating her or talking to her, that's a different story. Like you can't do that. Like to me, that's violation. That's violation. That's wrong. Like
yeah.
I wouldn't do that to you. So
would that make you look at them differently?
Yeah, I feel like you implying all this time.
Can you bounce back from it?
It's gonna take a lot of trust and a lot of convincing. Not like begging, like I want to be your friend again. I want to be your friend. Like, no, not like that. But it's just like you just gotta you gotta earn that trust back. It's not gonna just automatically like I'm here. Like it's not gonna do that. Like so.
I think that's important, and a lot of people don't pay attention to that. Like that's how a lot of friendships get lost.
Yeah.
That they don't know where. But I think it's also important for you that like you draw that line in the sand. Be like, okay, look, you put like one toe over this line. Okay, you put like your left foot. Okay, you go both feet. Like now we have problems, and like we can no longer continue this. So what? So that's your breaking point.
Yeah. And I have friends that do that, and what like I'm not gonna say this person's name, but like he kept bragging about it, and it gets me tight. Like it would really get me tight. And then one day, like it was just like we had to talk about it, and I was
it just becomes too much.
It felt weird talking about it because it was just like I had a whole thing with this girl, and
so like that's like the only line in the sand that you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's why I say relationships and friendship don't mix, because
I think
that's where because it's a conflict of interest. Like you can't. It's because the girl automatically becomes a casualty at war because of it, and
that friendship becomes a casualty.
Yeah,
too.
and that friendship is ultimately at an endangered. It's at an endangered level at that point. So yeah, pretty much.
Do you have anything that you want to ask me about friendships?
Have you ever been in a friendship where someone told you you couldn't do certain things because of just because the odds may be stacked against you? Yeah,
actually. And not like you mentioned like you'll never be shit, but like one friendship I had. How do I write this? I was having difficulties, right? Like trying to get to like my end goal or trying to just like get into the swing of things, and like someone was like, well, like maybe you shouldn't do that then. Like maybe you should just like not do that. Because, I mean, like, you don't have to. Like, it's not necessary. And I think what's important is, like, in a friendship, like, you want to have, like, that reinforcement. You know how, like, when I ask you stuff and you're like, nah, you got it. And, like even that, like, little, like, nah, you got it. And then, like, you not responding to my text for 6 years. like, that, like, it pushes me forward because I know, like, okay. And not that I can't stand on my own because I can. But I like having, like, that. I like having the reinforcement where you're like, you know what, like, I know, like, you're doing good, like, keep going, like, I appreciate that. So, like, not lifting me up is hard. Like, with my friend Maya, like, I'm gonna just call her out, hey sis, like, when I, like, remember that day, like, we were all in that group text, and I was like, can y'all shut up, like, I'm not having a good day, like, mentally or anything like that. Like, you don't know, like, I was in, like, the midst of, like, a crying panic attack when you guys were doing whatever, God knows what. And, like, I was able to say, like, shut up, I hate all of y'all. And y'all were like, okay, and we hate you more. But, like, you can't give up. Like, that reinforcement, like, has gotten me to where I am now, where I'm not, like, honestly got me to, like, right now, like, me doing this project. Because I wasn't going to do it. Because I was like, I don't even have nobody to film a video with. And I appreciate that you support me. And, like, I don't tell you that all the time because, like, you know, but, like, I appreciate that, like, because you could have gone home today. Yeah. And, like, you did it. And, like, I mean, I know you wanted to talk about other stuff, too, but I appreciate you, like, working me through my nervousness right now. Because, like, it means a lot to me. And it shows me, like, you value my friendship as much as I value you. And, like, that's important to me. Like, I like the reciprocation. SAT word.
I honestly, I felt the same way about it because when I was playing high school basketball, it was a lot of ups and downs. Like my first year, I didn't play my first half of the season due to class, and I really wanted to quit at that point. But people told me not to. You know, I didn't, and I stayed persistent, and I wound up playing the second half. Yeah. Did well for a freshman that never played basketball organized. I did well. I averaged good numbers. My sophomore year, I came in as a sophomore. motivated and prepared. You know,
Were you on JV still?
Yeah, I was on JV. I came in more prepared mentally. I came in more physically.
Because you had that reinforcement?
Yeah. I had people in my head telling me you could do it. I had one of my closest friends, Jordan. He was the inspiration. When I was a freshman, when I walked in as a freshman, he was like, you know, your freshman year is going to be a struggle. But when you get to your sophomore year, that's when you're going to be able to be, you know what to expect. You know how to play. You know what you need to do. And I walked in ready, you know. And I was ready.
And he helped you practice.
Yeah, he helped me. He motivated me. And I had a couple other people. Now, when I got to my junior year and senior year, it was one of the 2 difficult years of my basketball career in high school.
Why?
Because at the point I wasn't playing as much, you know, because of the powers that be. I ain't gonna name no names.
I know it.
But the powers that be, you know, it's just the fact that when that power don't believe in you as much, it messes with you. It distorts your mind in a way that you start self-doubting yourself. You know you could do it, but it's just...
You just need that little extra push.
And all the people that was around me, like, it was people that I barely even talked to that knew me around the school, and they saw that I wasn't playing. They was like, Omar, you could play. You could stay with it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to play no more. I'm not getting nowhere. I think I'm not going to play college, you know.
And what did you go to do, though?
I played college. And that was honestly, that was a difficult transition in my life.
I remember.
But, like, that's another story. But, like, at that point in time, I had people that supported me, and that gave me that extra push, that motivated me. Like, man, those two people, individuals, was like the main driving force behind, and Kenyatta, like, they was those.
I wasn't even there.
Those 3 was like the main driving force. Omar. So I feel like without those 3 people, I wouldn't be the basketball player I am today. So, and I'm still pushing on.
Good job.
So,
Omi.
That's how the cookie crumbles. Woo-hoo.
Any last topics you want to talk about before you go?
I think we finished.
Any last words?
I think we covered a lot. I think we made.
Is this a conversation you're willing to have more in depth again?
Yeah, and go deeper in it. I feel like we covered a big chunk of everything, but like with friendship, I feel like it's a lot.
There's a lot that goes into friendship.
Yeah, it's a lot that there's a lot of stories that go with the examples.
Yeah.
So it's a lot, but I mean, anything's possible.
She had me screaming. All right, well, thank you for watching this video, where me and my cousin have cousin chat. This is like the first of many. I'm going to bring Omar back, and he's going to comb his hair next time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like, I just wanted to talk about this.
We should shout out the merch. Our merch.
No, wait, hold on.
We should shout out.
There's a big project coming soon, and it's gonna be dope.
It's our combined merch, you know.
It's a cousin thing. Straight like that. But yeah, so thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sitting through like our little conversation. First video that we've done, and like we're gonna do more. We're gonna talk about different stuff. I just really want to talk about like evolving as people, because I do find that Omar has evolved a lot from when we started being cousin friends to now, and I think that like he can drop some gems like he did today. Any last words? Nope. Mr. Instagram.
I'm clearing out my notifications. It's a lot. The Lakers.
Let's start a GoFundMe to get Omar a new phone.
Please, I need a new phone.
Alright. Thanks for watching.
No, seriously, let's do that. I need a new phone.
Thanks for watching.
No.
Gang.